In my first video, I shared the 5 things that I recommend to do if someone is dying and to help yourself and to help them. And the first one I went over was educating yourself on the dying process and know what to expect. The next one was realize that you have no control over it and accept what is happening. The third one was make them as comfortable as you can because that you do have control over. The fourth one was taking care of yourself and taking breaks. And the last one I have for you is Step 5, which is allow yourself to feel the emotions as they arise and allow them to exist and flow through you, even if it's onto your next emotion. It's going to feel like a roller coaster, but like a roller coaster, you got to go with what's coming next and you don't fight it. You sit back and you go with the ride. So when you have emotions that are coming up, so sometimes, let's say for example, I would have emotions of sadness and just overwhelm of like I wanted to cry. So I would go outside and I would cry my eyes out. And I had to let it flow. I couldn't like just hold it back. That wouldn't do me any good because then it's just going to manifest into my body. And I know this because I know my body. And then sometimes I would go through that emotion and then I would go on to the next emotion. The next emotion would be anger. And it's like the anger is trying to like drive you through to like, help you power through. And sometimes you just got to let yourself feel angry. Just let it flow. Don't fight it. Don't resist it. Just let it be. Because anger is actually an interesting one because anger isn't typically the true emotion. It's the overlying emotion to the base emotion. So I will be angry, but then ultimately it's because I'm sad underneath. So depending on how your body works through it, it's allowing your body to go through the process and recognizing that it is a process and you are going to ebb and flow and go ups and downs and be okay with it. Because even though they haven't passed yet, you're going to be grieving them as if they had. And you're also going to have emotions of not knowing when they're going to go. So I know I had emotions of not knowing when mom was going to go. And that was really hard for me. It was like, I just want to know already. You just want to know. You just want to get it over with. You wanted to get it over with, but you don't want to get it over with. You don't want them to suffer, but you want them to stay. You want them to go. You want them to stay. It's like you have this tug of war in your brain. And it's hard to describe until you're actually going through it. And then you feel like you're a bad person because you're like, oh, I wish they would just, go be with God already. Like I thought she was going to go yesterday and she didn't go. And I don't understand what's happening and why she wants to continue to suffer. And, it's like you don't have to understand what's happening. You're not going to understand what's happening. It's trusting and having faith that everything that is meant to be will be as it should and not trying to control it. You have no control over it. So you have to listen to your body and what your body needs and the emotions that it needs to go through in order to process it and accept that that's what it is in this moment. And so allow your body to feel the emotions and let them out, let them flow through you like a river, like a waterfall. You don't have the dam that stops the water from pouring through. If you do, what's going to happen? Everything's going to get backed up and it's going to start to hurt and you're going to start to have problems. So if you just kind of let it flow and feel it for what it is and accept it for what it is and love yourself for allowing it to be. Because sometimes it just needs to be heard. It's like that person that's screaming at you. They just want to be heard. Even if it's you on the inside. It's like, listen to me. I'm upset. Can I just be upset? We're not always going to feel this way. Just let me have a moment type feeling. And that's okay. That is part of taking care of yourself. That is part of the healing process, is learning how to accept every emotion for what it is and hear it for what it wants to tell you and allowing it to flow through, even if it's to the next emotion, which it's going to be. And then you're going to have moments of joy. You know, even when we were in the room with my mom and we'd be joking around and singing to her, like I felt joy in those moments, like true joy. Like you think, oh, I should be sad, you know, she's dying. No, that's not how it has to be. Accept every emotion for what it is, the good, the bad. You got to have the balance. And so accepting and fully embracing the moments as they happen, including the joyful moments, including the sadness moments, and just truly being with yourself entirely, being mindful is what they call it, and not making yourself feel bad for any of it. It's not bad. You're not a bad person. Even if you think that a thought was bad, it's not bad. It's just your human body and your human mind trying to work through what is happening. It's okay. And just let it be. And just look at it. And give it a mental hug if you need to. Like I always say, like in order to feel that unconditional love for yourself or for others, see them as the baby. See yourself as the baby. You're holding and comforting that baby and telling that baby it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. If you need to cry and everything else is fine with you, you didn't have, not like your diaper is dirty or you're hungry. Just, you're fine. If you just need to feel upset for that moment and let it out, let it out. Give yourself that hug, give yourself that moment, because your body and your mind will appreciate it. Getting everything working aligned, body, mind, and spirit aligned and balanced, and allowing it to flow. That's all part of the process of not resisting and letting go and letting flow and letting the good come in. So even though you've got bad going on, it's being able to accept the good in as well, not just the doom and gloom. Allow the good, the joyful moments to come in as well. And know that it's okay and that you're fully loved and you're fully embraced and that you're fully supported. And you can call in whoever it is that you need to call in. Say as many prayers as you like. I like to call in, Archangel Zadkiel and Archangel Jeremiah helps with life review. And Archangel Michael for protection and to help you let go and to help release your fears and anxieties. And Archangel Raphael for healing of anything, your body, your mind, your spirit. Call in whoever it is that you need to call on to hold on to in order for you to be able to feel safe, to feel loved, and to feel okay. And know that this too shall pass. And if you learn how to work with these emotions, not just in the grieving process, but just in life in general, you are going to feel so much better. I still, to these days, like even just yesterday, I was in the shower feeling upset. And I had to watch these emotions because I had anxiety rev up. And I'm like, what am I anxious about? I said, you know what? I'm just going to accept the anxiety, but I'm going to tell myself I'm safe in this moment. I'm standing here in the shower. I am safe. There's nothing happening to me right now. So whatever I'm anxious about is something from the past or something that's bothering me from the future that could happen. So I'm going to accept that. And then next thing I felt was I let the next emotion come in. And then I felt angry. And then I was upset about the things that I was thinking about. And I had to feel that entirely and let myself be angry and let it express itself. And then it changed into a more calm and I felt it flow through. So if we can do that with this grieving process, then we can do that with anything in our life, and you will be so grateful and feel so much more relief and more at peace that when all the energies have had their chance to express themselves and flow through and go back to that state of neutrality and hope and joy and love and faith and whatever else is that you want to be feeling. So I hope this helps you. Love always and forever. Bye for now.